Why is it so hard to start a video? So I heard this quote recently and it clicked with me to such an extent that I feel the need to tell you about it. Here's the quote. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. Think about this quote that stuck with me so much is that not only is it insanely true, but it is true across essentially everything that we want to do. There is something that you've been wanting to start, and you know it. And you've been thinking about it for a very, very long time. I don't know if it's been months, weeks, maybe years, frick, it may be a decade. And the best time that we all should have started the thing that we wanted to do was ages ago. Interesting parallel between trees and the stuff that we're wanting to do is that they both require two key elements. The first one is time, and the second one is nurturing. If you're anything like me, you have probably gotten stuck in a routine of trying to learn to nurture. I guess another way of saying it is tutorial hell. I've heard it called that a couple times, where we're trying so hard to learn how we're going to do the task that it actually prevents us from doing the task that we should have been doing in the beginning. The planting of the seed is, to an extent, the most important part, because all the knowledge you could ever have about the nurturing of whatever you're wanting to become good at is useless unless you have the opportunity to actually apply it in the real world. And that's never going to happen until you plant the seed. Just start. And I'm partially saying this to myself in this video. I've been wanting to start a channel for years now, and I've just been worrying so much about all these little things in between. Do I have the best lighting? Do I have the best equipment? All these stupid insecurities. I'm not a fan of my own voice, or at least on camera. I think in person I sound fine, but on camera I think I sound horrendous. What are other people gonna think of me? What if they see it? In reality, none of this stuff matters. All that matters is that you need to start, and I need to start, and that is why I'm doing this. And what's most ridiculous about this whole thing is all this time that we're trying to learn how to nurture the tree, per se, when we should have been planting it, is that all this information that we're learning right now, we're gonna learn it in the future when it actually becomes applicable. Like, let's say for this video right now, all the lighting knowledge that I could have ever learned means nothing until I actually turn on the camera. And once I turn on the camera and I upload a couple videos, then through feedback, trial and error, I'm actually going to discern what's going to look the best. We're so stuck in this idea that we have to be perfect from the get-go. Like when we present ourselves to the world, it has to be packaged nicely inside of a beautiful box, wrapped up in a crimson red bow, completely devoid of defects, so that no one will judge us, so that no one will look down upon us. But you know what? That's gonna happen regardless of whatever you post. Even if you have the best videos in the world, people will still judge you. Look at Mr. Beast, look at PewDiePie, look at all of the biggest, best YouTubers that currently exist, and I guarantee you, people still will think poorly of them for their content. If the best people in the world are going to be criticized for their work, what makes you think that it's going to somehow magically disappear by all this timing and preparation that you're trying to put in to start the thing that you should have started ages ago? Take fitness, for example. I bet most of you want to do something cool with your body. That sounds weird. I bet most of you want some level of success when it comes to physical prowess. If you would have just started 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, a month ago, do you know how much better you'd probably feel by now? All this time of you worrying about, what's the best diet to do? What's the best exercise routine? Should I do full body? Should I do push-pull leg? Should I do one muscle group every day? How many times should I do rest? And blah, 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 blah. All these things that you're worrying about. In the meantime, all this minutia doesn't matter when the consistency and the starting of the process is what matter. Remember how I said at the beginning, it's a mixture of time and nurture? You're focusing too much on the nurture. You got to start on the time. The nurture will come, but to start the time, you need to start to begin with. It is time to plant the seed. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, just please do it. As a recap, remember this quote. The best time to have planted a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. And today is the best time for you to start whatever you're doing. So don't make any more excuses. Make an excuse to make it happen, for real, but whatever it is, just start. Your future self, well, thank you. I promise you, I have gone through this cycle before. Just begin the process, and we will become great together. Sound good? Great. Bye.